Hey guys, it's Gareth at Cosmic Toys. I've just had a bit of a Star Wars haul, and rather than wait for this week's What Did I Buy video, I thought I'd share it with you. Now, it's too big to fit into a What Did I Buy video, is this? So it deserves its own video, and that's what it's going to get. Come on then, let's have a look. So to start off with, these are some of the vintage die-cast models. There are a couple more as well. There's these two, but it's got the middle engine broke off and the windshields missing, and then you've got Slave One that's got the wings missing, the cockpit canopy's missing, one of the guns is broke off. They're not really salvageable, aren't those? But these ones are all quite good. Millennium Falcon's in quite nice condition, just a little bit of wear around some of the edges. None of the guns have broken off there. It's got the cockpit canopy, it's got the radar dish, all three of the legs. Really nice condition is that one. This Snowspeeder, again, very similar condition, just a few little chips of paint. None of the plastic parts are broken off. Really nice. Star Destroyer, that's got a little bit more wear to some of the raised areas. But I often find these with the shield generator balls at the top broken off, and this has got them all. Not all, it's got two of them. It's only meant to have the two of them. It is, unfortunately, I think, yeah, it's missing the Rebel Blockade runner. But still, it doesn't affect how it displays. That's quite nice, is that one. The Twin Pod Cloud car, that's got some wear to it. Mostly around the roofs there of the cockpit canopies. TIE Fighter. The pylons need straightening out a little bit. They're slightly bent, but complete. It's got the back there, it's got both the wings. Doesn't seem to have much wear at all to the paintwork on the die cast. That's quite nice. Luke's X-Wing, all four guns, canopy, nice. Unfortunately, the plastic on it has yellowed, but there's not much wear to the paintwork again on that one. Really nice. The guns were all facing off in different directions, so they've had a hot water bath this morning to straighten them up. Another Snowspeeder here. It has lost the harpoon gun. That's broken off on this one. But the paintwork's not too bad, just a few chips here and there. And Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. Now, unfortunately, it is missing the back, is this one. Which is a shame, because again the paintwork's quite nice, and I'm holding it upside down, aren't I? Yeah, the paintwork's quite nice, but it is missing a piece, unfortunately. We've also got two of Luke's Landspeeder. The suspension still works nicely on both of them, and so does the mechanism which holds them in place. Release them again so it don't put too much pressure on the springs. As you can see, they still open up nicely on both of them. One of the stickers has come off in there, but it is there, so it can be glued back on. So they're quite nice. They're quite nice. Rancor. I haven't checked the mechanism on this yet. Oh, brilliant. Still works. No broken fingers. Nice paintwork on the teeth. So that's quite a cool one. And then we've got the Tauntaun, which is complete. It's the open belly one. We can just see that is starting to crack there, but it hasn't actually got through yet. I'm sure it will do before long. Reins are there and they haven't split, which is quite cool. This does come with the box, but the box was in a pretty bad shape, one end of it in particular. So I've currently taken that away to flatten it. It's underneath one of the comic boxes upstairs, so there's a lot of weight on it now to try and press it back into good shape. It's a Palitoy box as well, which is quite nice, and it's the original Empire Strikes Back one too. So excellent. There's a Jabba the Hutt playset as well, which is 100% complete. Comes with Salacious Chrome and the collar and lead to hold him in place. It's got the hooker bowl and globe, the little accessory pipe on the side, and the pipe that he smokes from. And well, that's all it comes with, isn't it? That makes him complete. Does have the box as well, which is quite cool. There we are. Now, unfortunately, the box has been taped up. It was taped up with some horrible bright yellow tape all the way around it, but due to age, the gum on it had failed, shall we say? But it managed to come off without tearing the box, but it has left this awful white residue. I'm not quite sure yet what I might be able to use to clean that off. I will try to clean it off, but if not, it's still, actually from that side it displays quite nicely apart from this, doesn't it? And there is a tear there. And the box, I think, would benefit from being pressed as well, just like the Torn one's going to do. There's a very nice Rebel Armoured snow speeder here. Really nice, clean condition. All stickers nice and firmly attached. Little mark there. Don't know if I can get that off. It might come off. I can feel it with my nail. From what I remember, I don't think it looks like this has had any batteries in it ever. It is missing the block that would clip in there and the cable, but it does have the harpoon. Looks like it's been chewed, but it has it. See if I can pop it back on before I lose it. And I lost it. There we go. Really nice condition is that, and as you can see, it does come with the box, and the box also is in really nice condition. I found that harpoon, by the way. Really nice condition. Just a little bit of wear to the corners, but nothing to sniff at. There's some tape damage there, but I think most people would display this on the other side, wouldn't they? Just have both of the flaps on the inside, the inserts there. Really nice. Nice example, that one. There's a really nice example of a turret and probe droid here, or probot. Still has that satisfying click when you turn it. Looks like it's got all the stickers still. Comes with the door, often missing, and obviously the droid as well. And as you can see, the mechanism does still work to turn it around. Droid has all of its appendages. This is another one. It does have the box, but the box is in a horrible state and is currently being pressed to try and flatten it back out and give it a little bit more stability. Now, I suppose you could display this along with it. We've also got the Imperial attack base. Not quite complete, unfortunately, isn't this? It does have the bridge pieces. It does have the blow parts canyon side there, but it is missing the other pieces, as you can see. Another one, that one does have the box, but it's currently being pressed. Now, this one isn't the most valuable of this lot, but this one is probably my favourite. And I think that's because I've never had one of these before. Darth Vader's Star Destroyer, the playset. It's only missing one piece, and that's the little retainer piece that comes up here on the inside that holds that in place. It's the only thing that's missing. And let's face it, a bit of blue tack will do that job, won't it? I know, it's not exactly the same. It's nice to have complete. And I will try and source that part, mostly because I love the fact that it's got the Darth Vader meditation chamber there. But yeah, mostly because, I will try and source that out, mostly because it is a boxed example. And it's a very, very nice box as well. It's a Palitoy box, it's got lovely colours on it. Little bit of sticker damage there and a slice there, but that's not bad at all for its age. There's some slight misshapenness here and a little underneath, but again, that's something that could flatten out. It's a really nice, nicely presented box, is that? Lovely. We have quite a nice X-Wing. Very nice white colour into it. Very minor yellowing. A little bit of wear to the top of R2's head there. It's got all 4 gut laser cannons, and it's got the cockpit canopy there, which I almost just knocked off with my thumb. That's what I get for trying to open it one-fingered. Or one-thumbed, should I say. Some of the battle damage transfers are raising a little bit. I suppose they could be glued back down if you wanted to. Mechanism still works quite well. Hang on. Of course you have to put the switch forward, don't you? There we are. It's an awesome toy, this, isn't it? Does happen to come with a box, however the box is in really bad shape. It's going to take a little bit more than a press to get this back out. Looks like it's got some paint splatters on it from decorating at some point. It's another one that had this awful yellow tape around the edges, and it's in a really bad shape at the moment. I will try pressing it out. I think it can be done, but yeah, it's seen better days, hasn't it? It's lost one side as well. Sticking with X-Wings, we've got this far more interesting and different release or version. As you can see, this one's made out of a grey plastic instead of the usual white, and it has a button there that does nothing. Originally, when the X-Wing came out, it was to have an LED light here that would light up red, blink, whatever else. But as you can see, there isn't one there. But the batteries would be in there. I have had a quick look, and you can see that there are indeed a terminal there to connect to the batteries, but there's nothing further in. It's not there. The rest of the electrics are just absent, but there is a load of glue here. So this one's an intermediate release where they still use the same mould and everything with the button, but it had no electrics in it, and that was glued in place to stop it to stop you being able to get in there. As you can see, the mechanism does still work. No guns on this one, unfortunately. Well, there was one, which is right here, but it seems silly just putting the one gun on it. Probably will try to complete this one with it being such an unusual version. There you go. Oh, we got a load of boxed mini rigs and accessories here as well, and of course the Hoth Wampa over there. This one's seen far better days. Top of the box is missing, but it's in there. It's got the gun. Cap 2 is in very much the same state. Top of the box missing, but it's complete inside. one-man scale sieve. The one-man sail skiff, a little bit better. Some sticker remnants there, maybe that'll come off, I'm not sure, I'll try with a little lighter fluid later. Did have some awful sellotape hanging off this as well, but it was that old it came off quite nicely. It is complete as well with no damage. Sail there. There we are, absolutely complete. Some of the stickers have come off, but they are inside the box. Oh, one's actually fallen there. Have a look at the tripod laser cannon. Look inside. The energy part is still sealed in the bag. It's never really been taken out of the box. Instructions are there. New, don't they? Look like new. And the other one underneath here, because there's two of them, if I remember rightly from when I looked at them earlier, is in very much the same condition. Has been opened to be looked at, and that's as far as it's got. Still sealed in the bag, use that. Now the Huff Wumper has been opened and has been played with. It's an Empire Strikes Back one, and it's in the Palitoy packaging. Unfortunately, the top of the box has suffered with that sellotape damage. That's a shame. Got the insert, and there he is. Doesn't really suffer from the usual yellowing, doesn't this? That's quite nice for colour. It's just a shame some of the paint has worn off on the claws. In fact, I wonder if it's rubbed against the inside of the packaging, inside the box. The radar laser cannon. I believe this is another one of those that's never been actually removed from the box. Got the instructions there. Insert. Stickers have never been applied. As you can see, there's no stickers on that at all. Believe. There we go. Inside the instructions are those stickers. So that's another one that's unplayed with. Vehicle maintenance energizer toy. Another one that's unplayed with. So pointless me taking that out to keep a look at. I'm showing you those. This one, the tape has come away at both the top and the bottom, so it's not sealed. Technically it's not sealed, but again it's another unused example. I have to say some of these are in lovely condition boxes as well, considering the age of them. I mean, they're not mint, there's a little bit of crease in there on that one, but overall, really good condition. Ewok Combat Glider has some damage here, so where tape's been around the box. But inside, excellent condition, with instructions, and is 100% complete. Even down to the little piece there. This one, and this one, they're still sealed. As you can see, tape is still sealed on both of those. And they're in pretty nice condition as well. Ewok Assault Catapult. Now this was an interesting one. Having seen most of the others, I thought there was going to be a complete Ewok Assault Catapult in here, but there isn't. There isn't at all. But there's a pile of other things. We've got an R5D4 with a pretty badly worn sticker. We have half a speeder bike, both handlebars but no front, no flaps. We've got the top half of another speeder bike with both of the handles. We've got a Chief Chirper figure with his hood. We've got a Jawa. Oh, actually, we've got part of a Jawa. One hand has been lost and the other hand is half lost. Strange. We have another Jawa with his robe. Shame it's not a vinyl cape. He's got both his hands and fingers and everything. T-bow hood. Wicket. Times 2 hoods. Is that another Chief Chirper hood? Yep. I was just about to say that that's another Chief Chirper hood, but it's not, is it? Is it? It's bigger. No, it is a Chief Chirper hood, it's just... It's a softer vinyl, is that? Or rubber. That one is a lot firmer than that, and... You know what I think it is? I think this one's been chewed. It's full of dimples, which I thought was some kind of texturing, but it's not. I think it's teeth marks. I think that one's been chewed and that's why it's softer. And it's stretched it a bit, which is why it's slightly bigger. We've got 4, 5, 6 of the Hoth backpacks. We've got a low grey hood. We've got a purple skirt or apron for an Ugnaught. There's one of the flaps for a speeder bike. Biker scout gun. That could be a cloud car pilot gun, or in fact that one's the TIE fighter pilot there, isn't it? Or 9 num. We've got an Ewok axe. You've got a couple of belts. Now, I'm not really up on the belts. I'm guessing with the loops there that these are the ones that came in the survival pack inside the AT-AT, or that you could mail away for. Got an extra tool there for an energizer. A couple of rifles that have had some damage to them. One that hasn't. A Leia Bush rifle. Part of Jabba's hooker set. So I'm guessing there were 2 Jabbas in this collection originally. I have no idea what that is. Unless it's the front gun off a Endor Forest Ranger, I can't remember. And then we've got a hacksaw and a red sword. I'm not sure where they come from. So yeah, this box may not have had what was supposed to be in it, but I'm quite happy with what was in it. We've got a Scout Walker from Return of the Jedi. And it is a Return of the Jedi one because it's got the box for it. Now, unfortunately, the box again has suffered from having that awful yellow tape around it that's left that nasty white residue. I do hope I can get that off. Just so you know what the yellow tape was, that's what it was. All the way around the boxes. Bloody horrible stuff. So it is a little misshapen, and I'm going to try pressing that one as well. The walker itself is complete. It's got the top gun, it's got the hatch, both parts of the hatch. All the stickers are in there. There's a couple that have fallen off that I've put inside the box so I can put back on later. I haven't tried the mechanism. Let's try the mechanism. Let's see if it can do the Tina Turner dance. It certainly can. Excellent. So yeah, there's some slight discolouring to the main body there of the walker, but apart from that, nothing wrong with it. There's a really nice Ewok village. It's got the net. It's got the boulder. It's got the elevator. It's got all 3 pieces of the fence. And it's got the chair for 3PO. It's got the drum, the fire, and almost all of the spit. It's missing one of these forks for over that side. But regular viewers will know that I have a box somewhere full of spare parts, including one of those spits that will go very nicely in there. So it may not be complete at the moment, but it will be before long. Really nice is that. And just to top it all off, it also comes in the box. Now it's slightly misshapen, unfortunately. There's something happened to the top there. Again, it's another one that would benefit from being pressed and flattened. There's some damage there. And that side of it does not display particularly well at all. but I think most people would be displaying it the other way around anyway, so I don't think that's a huge deal. Nicely, it's got the original price on it though. Redgate's Toys and Games, $34.95. No, you're not having it for that. And of course, no 1980s Star Wars collection or playroom would be complete without the Millennium Falcon. And here we have what is probably the nicest example I've had of one of these for a very, very long time. I currently have about 6 or 7 Millennium Falcons in stock, and this is the nicest. Lovely, clean. No marbling, none that I can see anyway. No yellowing, no browning. All stickers seem to be there. It is complete. I haven't cleaned this one. All the others that I've shown you I've had to clean. This one I haven't cleaned. It hasn't really needed it. It has a little bit of dust on it that'll brush off okay. And if we take the top off, we can see it does have the landing struts and the ramp and that all important and elusive Jedi training arm and ball. Now I don't know if the string's original, but I'm convinced that the actual arm and ball itself is. It has the holotable. It has the gunner chair. Obviously we know from the top it's got the gun and the dish, and then inside the top section we've got the floor hatch, the smuggler hatch floor. So yeah, really, really nice one that. Does have the instructions. You know what? I'll put this down. Does have the instructions, although there's some pockmark into it. But it also has a very, very nice box. Naturally, there's some wear to the edges and corners. That's due to its size and having to be stored over the years. But you can see yourselves, it's a really, really nice one, is that? Now these ones I haven't even bothered cleaning up. I don't think they're really worth my time. There's a slave one. It's missing the ramp, it's missing the side, it's missing the Han Solo carbonite. Oh, look at the dirt that's on it. Ew, grimy. That's what a lot of these other vehicles were like as well. Got Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. Missing the battery compartment, and the clips inside the wings have been broken, unfortunately. I suppose I can use the doors for another one. There's a Y-wing. Now, I do know in a bag there's the two ends of the engines and a couple of the struts, but it's not complete. There's no bomb. The gun's missing off the top. It does have the canopy, I suppose. Is there anything in there? No, nothing in there. But that's literally about it. So I'll probably just use one of the struts off there to complete another Y-wing that I've got. Another Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. Similar condition. Broken clips inside. As you can see, that one won't even go on. And it's missing the battery cover. Strangely, this one's got some lovely stickers on it. That was well loved and played with, wasn't it? TIE TIE Interceptor is quite nice. Missing the battery cover again. Seems to be an ongoing thing with these TIE fighters, doesn't it? And the wings have both been glued on, unfortunately. Shame, I quite like that ship. I've always liked the TIE Interceptor. Twin pod cloud car is missing both of the cockpit canopies, unfortunately. Not much else to say about that one. Rebel Transport is missing the front cover. It's missing the guns inside. Even the platform that the guns go onto. And is absolutely acky filthy. Very, very nasty. But nowhere near as bad as the snow speeder here. Look at the dirt on that. I don't even want to attempt to clean that one. Probably just take the cockpit canopy off it, the battery cover, these engine bits, and get rid of the rest. That's how brittle it is. Can you hear that crack there? Ooh. There was a really badly faded Empire Strikes Back Slave 1 Airfix kit. That's what the colours should be like. That's what they are like. Oh. Looks like it's all in there, but it has been started, I think. There's quite a lot of the parts that are off the sprue. Of course, that's just because of how brittle they are. No, I think it has been started, look. Yeah, I'm sure it has. Although, is that even from this? I don't know. Yes, that's one of the engines on the back. So yeah, it's definitely been started as that. Some jigsaws, original ones. I haven't checked. I've not even lifted the lid on these yet to have a look at them. In fact, let's have a look. So we've got inside the Millennium Falcon jigsaw. Oh. Right, it's taped up. That can't be the original tape, can it? As the pieces are loose inside and not in a bag, I can't imagine that's the original tape. I'll have a look at that later then. Entering the city. Now that one's open. Again, no idea if it's complete. I'm going to have to build them to find out. R2-D2 and C-3PO. Complete with a curtain hook. Interesting. Seriously, the things that you find in job lots of toys. Boxes of Lego are the worst. Darth Vader from Return of the Jedi. Looks like it doesn't have the poster. Super print. It's missing. And Rebel Heroes, again missing the print, but pieces seem to be there. I will build these up to find out if they're complete or not. My personal favourite of mine, I always loved this one, as it's a scene made up with the toys. I love that. There's a Waddington's one as well. Again, no idea if it's complete, so I'm going to have to build it to find out. Those out of the way. A lot of annuals. Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi storybook. Hardcover version of it that was exclusive to Marks and Spencer's. I believe that was the second Return of the Jedi annual. Another copy of the first one. The first Star Wars annual. There's this one I've never seen before. The Star Wars question and answer book about space. That's new on me, is that? I've never seen that in my life. Got the second Empire Strikes Back annual. And the first one. And then there's also that one, which features Empire Strikes Back Return of the Jedi. And then there were these little things. How cool is that? A Super 8 film reel. I had one of these years ago. I thought it was in a bigger box. Yeah, there we go. Some novels. You've got a novelisation of the first film, really bad state. The Young Readers edition of it, again, really bad state. And Return of the Jedi. Now, with the state those are in, I'll probably have to find someone to give them to. Failing that, it'd be the bin. I hate having to throw things away there. But the Return of the Jedi, book and tape. And we've got the Planet of the Hoojibs book, but no tape. One further weird thing. Not weird, but more, yeah, you see what it is anyway. Jabba the Hutt Throne Room action scene model kits by Airfix. Again, it's been started. And it comes with a Captain Scarlet vehicle. Why? Why? Nah, it looks like the base has got cracks in it. It's got all the little figurines waiting to be painted. There's Hermie Hoodle, look. Droopy McCool. R2-D2. That's one of the slug-like froggy creatures. Another creature denizen, it's a bit like a spider. We've got Jabba. He's putting together properly. And there's loads more at the bottom there. Elephant Mon, yeah, loads of them. So I don't know if anyone can use that in the state that it's in. There's that. So just to show that I haven't just been showing you the best stuff and then moved on to the fairly rubbish stuff. There are also 3 sealed carded figures. Klaatu. Not in the best of conditions, unfortunately. This one's got a squash bubble. It is a nice clear bubble though. It's the black bar variant. Another Klaatu, this time without the black bar. And a Reese in particularly bad state. But 3 sealed carded figures. Mops, as they say. And then the only other thing that I want to show you now is a bag full of what he told me was tat, this seller. Shall we see what his tat is? Y-wing struts. Y-wing strut, I told you, I mentioned these earlier. I've seen these. Bits of speeder bike. More bits of speeder bike. More bits of speeder bike. More bits of speeder bike. Darth Vader's TIE Fighter chair. Snowspeeder cockpit cover. Snowspeeder guns. More speeder bike bits. Part for the little skiff. Salacious Crumb. One of the guns from a Rebel transport. The net for C-3PO with removable limbs. Now remember, this is tat apparently. He did tell me that his stepdad had already got rid of all the figures. And he only had a handful left and they were all rubbish ones. So that's the tat. And these are the rubbish figures. R2-D2 with sensor scope. Not a bad looking dome, but a pretty rough sticker. Walrus Man. Debo. Fair enough. Oh, Jedi. C-3PO. This is the removable limbs variant to go with that bag. B-Wing pilot. Scout Trooper. Now I get the names mixed up on these, so I'll show you them both together. Warwick, and is it Lumat? No, not Lumat. Is it Lumat? I don't know. I say I do get mixed up on these. I shouldn't do after all these years, but I do. I think that one's Warwick, isn't it? Remember, these are crap. These are rubbish. Boba Fett. Let's have a quick look. Boba Fett, unpainted dart. It's got one painted knee. Does it need to have that to be called painted knees? Can't remember now. And it's a Taiwan. Paplu with hood. Anakin Skywalker. Particularly dirty Luke Skywalker Stormtrooper. Remember, these are rubbish apparently. Another Luke Skywalker Stormtrooper. It's a shame they don't have the helmets. One of them does. Slightly yellowed, but it's there. EV99 does have a broken arm, unfortunately, but it does hold it in place quite well. Imperial Dignitary, which, let me have a look at that. That doesn't seem to have any nose rub. I don't think the camera's really going to pick it up. Yeah, no paint rub to the nose. Cool. Lando General, or General Lando. And it's quite dirty, needs to clean. Nice condition though. Imperial Gunner. Quite nice insignias on there. Oh yeah, there's one more. One more rubbish figure. Yeah, yak face. Oh, last piece. I always forget something, don't I? The carbonite for hand carbonite. So yeah. that's the Star Wars job lot that I picked up. Now there was some Star Trek as well and some other bits and bobs, but I'll save those for this week's regular What Did I Buy? So there you have it, guys. I think that's quite a big Star Wars collection for someone to have just sat up in their attic as well, doing nothing, covered in dust. Oh, well, it's been rescued now. There was something else hidden away in the Ewok Village box. And he said he has got more of it in his attic, but he didn't bring it down because he thought it wasn't complete, as he knew there were some pieces missing. They were in the Ewok Village box, weren't they? Now, I've told him to make sure not to throw them away, because I might be able to do something with them. So let's hope that materialises. If it does, I'll let you know. Right, remember to give this video a thumbs up, and if you don't subscribe, why not? Get on that, and we'll see you again next time. Take care.